It was nice, for once, not to have a time pressure in Mexico. Days would come, days would go. Catching up with old friends, and of course, making new ones. Trying things for the first time, new experiences. And finally, spending a little time on old passions, which had almost faded away. Nah, you're dreaming. In reality, there's always boat work and the occasional hospitalization.
Good morning! Today I'm gonna replant my plants to my new soil Jamie bought me yesterday, because as you can see, my basils are not happy right now. So I bought this in US and they're not happy here in Mexico. So Jamie said maybe I can change the soil now, and so they can get nutrients on the new soil. Let's do it.
So we wanted to fix these seats. We've got the material, we've got all the parts that we need for it, and the sewing machine broke. The timing has gone bung on our Barracuda, which is like a sailboat machine. So we're waiting for parts to come in the mail. So unfortunately, these whole seats have got to wait a bit longer. We had a heap of other sewing jobs too, which of course can't do. Boom bag is just in tatters, and I've roped everything closed so that the sun doesn't shine through the holes onto the mainsail. But yeah, it's waiting as well. We managed to get one trampoline repaired before the sewing machine broke.
I wanna go there someday. Set myself aside, lead the way on this trial. If you don't know the way, we can stop and make a change. I know we walk for days, losing hope, fading love. This night will be okay, waking up to another day.
This is why I've been putting this one off for so long. What a job. In here, you know, this very stiff material, at least it's not the size of a sail, but it's still bloody big. And For the first time in my life, I'm using this thread, which is PFTE thread. It's like Tanara, but it's Sailboat's equivalent, called Lifetime thread. Supposed to be 100% UV proof and chemical proof. So, but it's so fine, it's like hair, it's so fine compared to the thread that was in here. Anyway, we've done one run so far, and I'm really surprised. It went well, it didn't break. So we've got to do 3 runs on every seam. Alright, let's get into it. What are we doing? Huh? What's happening?
I'm scared.
Somebody's gonna sing tonight!
I don't have the confidence already.
Well, you're hiding your eyes. Because you're a rock star.
Yeah. Nah. I'm not
So,
alone.
what's happening?
I'm gonna sing in scales tonight.
Yeah.
But I should not be scared because Josh is there, so
Yeah,
Should be
so
fine.
Josh is going to play guitar and he sings awesome too.
yeah.
So he asked Princess to sing some songs. But she's obviously very shy. What's it been, 3 years really since you performed?
Yeah.
But the scary thing is we'd never grabbed an opportunity to rehearse, so
No practice.
no practice.
And I feel rusty.
Yeah. Well, maybe we're going to go in a bit earlier. Maybe Josh will be there and we can sort of find a quiet corner and you can just at least run through, you know, make sure you're both on the same page. Anyway, I'm very proud of her.
It's okay, nobody listen anyway.
I listen.
And you're gonna cry.
And I cry a little bit whenever she sings.
Oh my god.
I'm so proud.
Tell me something, boy. Are you tired? Try to feel that boy.
In the shallow, in the shallow, in the shallow.
Fun day, everybody having a fantastic time. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Hey, we got a special guest. Tonight we got Princess, who's gonna be singing some songs for us.
Tell me something, boy. Are you tired? Try to feel that boy. Do you need more? I'm on a deep end. Watch as I dive in. I'll never meet the ground. Crash through the surface where they can hurt us. We're far from shallow now. It's in the shallow. It's in the
Hey, there's some shallow. Give it up for Princess there.
Give it up for Josh, of course.
Said I wouldn't come when I lost all control, and I need you now. And I don't know how I can do without. I just need you now.
Baby, I'm so sorry to be Thank you so much, guys.
Everybody give it up for Princess. That was absolutely fantastic. Salute, everybody. Cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Time for a break? Actually, I just started. We are busy this week with lots of little jobs. Finally having some success with getting things that we need. At the moment out here we've decided we've got to repaint this the bench seating in the cockpit, the non-slip. So we've bought some kiwi grip, which is it's not what I was after. It was really expensive actually, but that's all we could get here, so that's what we're doing. Yeah, lots of other little jobs. Big cleanup, really. A big cleanup.
So much, you know, cleaning after the loop.
Yeah, well, because we're so rushing so much in the loop, so we didn't get time to take care of Jupiter. So, since we've been here the last 2 weeks, that's all we've been doing is taking care of Jupiter. That's good. It's about time. About time. We're trying out this kiwi grip non-slip, non-skid paint. Comes in a box of 4 of these. Just sort of convenient, I guess. Except we didn't need 4, we only needed 2. But it's what you got to buy. So obviously preparing, or have prepared the surface, given it a pretty good sand back to undercoat, and so now I just got to work out this application. Get a roller that they give you. They only give you the cover, you got to buy your own handle. And then so after applying it, spreading it with my notched trowel, spreading it evenly, then I've got to work it in. So that's the theory. I guess it's time to do the practical.
Do we need a tray? No need.
No need. So I'll give it a...
We're trying
Yeah. Stop it. Say that. That looks like pretty good non-slip, eh?
Do you need to make it like 2 layers or 3 layers?
Oh, just one.
Oh.
Although, there's no way this is going to cover the undercoat, is it? Unless I... maybe it will. There's a good chance it won't cover the red and the greens that we've got. So it says there's 20-minute working time under normal temperatures before it's too dry to do this.
So there's no rubber
No, it's just the
you had before.
the texture from this roll. That's it. I guess it's sort of covered. I'll put more here though. So. What do you reckon?
Looks so white.
So it says the last rolls do very lightly and it will burst any bubbles, but I don't think that's the last roll. And the next technique is to pull the tape up before it's dry. Otherwise, it'll tear the paint up. So. That's my coffee. This will be third time I've reheated my coffee today. We've been busy. So when we're in the US, we did a bit of shopping. Everything that your heart desires, you can get in the US. And we bought this stuff. This EVA, is that what it's called, B? EVA foam? For flooring, yeah? Because our cockpit floor's getting a bit messy and we thought this stuff looks good. $50 a roll, and we needed 3 rolls just for the little, you know, inner cockpit area. I'm just not convinced it's gonna work. It's already got cuts in it and we haven't even put it on yet. Because I did store it up in the bow and there's some sharp parts up in the bow, but it's already gouged. And you're supposed to use contact adhesive, which, if anyone's used that, is like, it just turns into gum and it's so hard to get off. You can't sand it off if you had to get it off. You just got to tear at it and pick at it, chisel it, maybe grind, but I reckon the grinder would just gum up instantly. And we've got a gallon of it that we bought just for this job. And I just can't see it lasting. I think it's going to last 6 months and we're going to be taking it off with grinders. And a huge amount of foam bits flying everywhere into the environment. But this is our cockpit area. This is where we want to cover, just here. But it's a bit ugly. This would be pretty, but I just don't think it's going to last. Princess is going to divorce me if I don't put it down. Huge amount of pressure on me right now. Like a cat in a litter box.
You look like Sheldon.
Final piece of the jigsaw. What do you reckon?
I like it.
Yeah, it's nice. It's sort of already a bit dirty, but anyway.
This one too.
Make sure everything's down, especially the edges. Walking the tightrope. Hey guys,
Good morning.
we've been busy here still, Isla Mujeres, and I think I've finally worked out how to say that word. Is that right though?
Yeah.
So, just been busy every day. We've sort of prettied up the cockpit a little bit. Got new non-slip all around the seating here and on the transoms. We've got a new floor. We've finally put down the EVA foam,
Yeah.
which
I hope
was
it lasts.
sort of happy with
Yeah.
for now. The problem with it, apparently, it doesn't last long. Anyway, looks good right now, and it's just been
Sad.
busy.
Enough for boat works.
Yeah, I know. It's tired. I just need a holiday from boat work.
Yeah.
But we got a holiday coming up tomorrow. We have some guests coming aboard for a week.
Yay.
Patrons. So if you guys are interested in coming aboard Jupiter, just let us know. We can arrange something. So yeah, they'll join us tomorrow afternoon, probably for about a week, and including Christmas. And not sure about New Year though. We'll find out. But yeah, the cruising around Mexico here, we want to go sailing, of course, but there's not many protected anchorages. That's why all the boats end up here at Isla Mujeres. It's got a nice lagoon. But anyway, we'll see what the weather does and where they want to go and what they want to do. These guys are actually getting their own Mumby built.
Yeah. Oh, I'm jealous.
Yeah, you're jealous. We haven't got a Mumby.
Because they got a bigger one.
Well, I don't know, but maybe they'll get the 50-footer, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they want to learn all about the Mumby. So that's very cool.
So we're here at Cosmos Hospital, International Hospital, because Jamie broke his toe. Tell me what happened, Lee.
Well, it's a long story. So we stopped at a resort for a beer and maybe some dinner. So we picked up a mooring, took the dinghy to their jetty, took everyone ashore to the resort, and then I went to check that it was okay to park the dinghy there, and they said no. So I had to move the dinghy from the jetty to the beach just right there next to the jetty. But as I jumped out of the dinghy, it was sort of silty water and dirty. I didn't see there was rocks under the water. Slipped on the rocks, and that's what happened.
You okay? Baby. What did they
X-ray,
did?
that's all.
Did you just...
Should we?
Yeah, they're gonna check your toe.
Maybe we could. Wow, the drama continues. So it was a very lovely hospital. They had like jazz music playing, lovely pictures on the wall. And they were a bit slow. I kept asking, can I have an idea of price? And after the x-ray, they finally come to me and said it'll be about 1,500. And I went, peso? US dollars. I said, I'm sorry, it's not within our budget. I'll just pay what I owe now and we'll leave. So
how much you think the x-ray?
the x-ray was 160 US dollar. You know, in the Philippines, $10.
I know.
So this hospital, it's a tourist hospital. It's a very nice hospital, and I believe only tourists would go in there. So our next goal is to find a local hospital and see how we go with that. I don't know if we'll do it here at Cozumel. Maybe we'll go back to Isla Mujeres and do it there. Yeah, I can get around okay. I can walk slowly. It's just a bloody toe. It's a middle toe. It's not even that important, is it?
But you got 3 broken bones.
Well, the toe's broken in 3 places, yes. So, but anyway, I think the worst that'll happen is that it heals crooked. Is that the worst that'll happen? I don't know.
No.
Anyway, we're waiting for our dinghy to come back, pick us up, get back to Jupiter, and I think I might have a whiskey or 7. Is it alright? No, because then I have to get up and go to the toilet all night. No, I don't want to do that. I'll have 3.
Are you shopping?